Body bags, where horror lies.
Now take my bitch. She won't complain about shit cause she's my hoe. She don't belong to a trick, so when you fuck her and give her all your cash, I get paid. I put my foot in her ass, I won't marry the bitch and give her half, I get mo-head. And then I laugh at that one bitch shit. I got a gang of hoes, I get freak ass lick these balls and toes.
Now stupid little bitches get tossed if they don't realize that I'm the motherfucking boss. Come on down and get your ass pinched, and if you talk shit, get your ass lynched. Cause I'm the B, the I, the T, the C, the H, the K, the I, the L, the L, the A, Sean B. A boy that's bigger than a nut. Cause a bitch is a bitch, is a hoe, is a slut.
You say, how can I call a woman a bitch? It ain't nothing but a word like shit. Ain't no slipping in my mother.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 77 here on Body Bags. I'm your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for dropping in, guys. Alrighty, it's Sunday, and yes, it is cult, religious type horror film week. Yeah, so for this week I went with a film that's actually relatively newer. It's from 2012. It's part of the After Dark original line. This is from season 2, I believe. I think. Or season... not even sure. But yeah, I actually hadn't gotten around to watching this one, so I thought this was a perfect opportunity to pop this one in. And it is called Ritual. Yeah. So getting to the plot of this one. Basically centers around your two main characters, Tom and Lovely. Basically what happens here is, beginning of the film, Lovely, which is obviously the female, she gives her old boyfriend, I guess ex-boyfriend Tom, a call because she's kind of got herself into a little bit of a pickle. It seems that she has, taken this guy to a hotel room and, ultimately ended up kind of killing him. See, what happened was, I guess this guy had some different motives, and he attacked her, and she fought back and ended up killing him. So the only thing that she could do was give her ex-boyfriend Tom a call to come and help her out with the situation. So of course Tom arrives at the hotel, and he's like, "What the fuck? What happened here?" And she tries to explain, and he's all pissed off at her because you can tell that they obviously didn't have like a mutual breakup. Something's going down with them. They still have feelings for each other, but so he's all pissed off that now he's in this situation, and he doesn't really know what to do about it because he doesn't really know the whole situation. So he begins, to ask her questions and just kind of investigate what the fuck is going on. So they ultimately arrive at they need to deal with the situation. So anyways, he goes out to this dude's car, and he actually finds a videotape, video recorder in the trunk. So anyways, they pop it in, and they see like some type of cult ritualistic killing that's on the tape. Of course, they fucking freak out. They do what they have to do. They throw the body into the tub, and they try to get the fuck out of there. So they're driving away, and of course, Tom forgets something back at the hotel. They have to return to the hotel room, and yeah, and then all shit goes fucking batshit crazy from there. So I'll just leave the the plot right there. My thoughts on this one: it is a very slow film. For probably the first 45 minutes of the film, it's them in this hotel room trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. They finally figure out that this guy that she's ultimately killed is part of some type of satanic cult group that sacrifices people, and she was obviously going to be the next victim. So they're doing a lot of this, and it's just the two of them, and it's pretty slow. It's actually pretty atmospheric, though. It actually has a pretty decent feel in this like really cheap kind of seedy motel type deal. I did like that, but ultimately it's really slow. It's really slow, not a lot going on. About an hour into it, they return back to the hotel, and you kind of get introduced to a couple more characters, and all this shit kind of goes down from there. I don't think the payoff was enough in this film at all. I didn't really care for the ending, to be honest, and but there was a few things that happened in the end that were pretty decent, like I said. But a good atmosphere, not really a lot of gore, not really a lot of characters in this one. It's kind of slow driven. But unfortunately, with a movie like this, where it's going to take you, I think you need to have a really strong ending to kind of, make up for the rest of the film. And in my opinion, it didn't really deliver a whole lot, so that was kind of unfortunate. But, you know, I didn't hate this film, but it's a hard one to recommend because this is one I could see a lot of people not really caring for. It's very kind of forgettable, but, you know, it does have some decent acting, you know, like I thought both leads, Tom and Lovely, they did a great job in this film. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of characters in this film, so, you know, it is what it is. It is kind of cool that it takes place on, like, Halloween weekend. There's a couple scenes in this film where not only are there some other people listening to this radio station, but even Tom and Lovely, when they're trying to get away from the hotel the first time, they're listening to this weekend horror. You know, when they, you know, on the radio back in the day, they'd play those horror stories. You know, it'd just be like talk radio and just be like horror stories. But yeah, I thought that was really kind of cool, but just not enough to save this film. It's not a terrible film by any means. It's not poorly made. It's not poorly acted. Looks pretty good. It's just not a lot really happens in this one. And like I said, the payoff, not the greatest. So I am ultimately just going to come in at about a 5 out of 10 on this one. Loosely recommended, but it's nothing spectacular. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say about this one, unfortunately. So, Ritual from 2012, you see this one for a penny or two, maybe give it a shot, but yeah, that's all I can say about that one. Not the greatest film. But yeah, so guys, that's going to do it for week 77 here. We'll be back next week with week 78, and hope to see you there. Peace.